Hello again, 532, class 532. Are you ready? ¿Dónde has estado? We're going to finish this and then do the translation booklet. ¿Dónde has estado? Where have you been? Where have you been? Everybody's worried. Everybody was worried about you. My God, you disappeared 2 weeks ago, and we've been trying to find you. We've been trying to contact you for 2 weeks. Nobody knew where you were. Where have you been? I've been in the desert meditating. You've been in the desert meditating? Yes. I was planning to stay in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. But the devil started to tempt me. The devil started to tempt me. You were in the desert, and you were planning to stay in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. That's correct. But then the devil appeared and started tempting me. Really? He tempted me with gold. Oro. And I said no. I managed to resist the temptation. And then he showed me beautiful women, all for me, and I logré resistir. I managed to resist the temptation. After 1 week, I was planning to stay for 40 days and 40 nights. That's 5.5 weeks, or almost 6 weeks, to stay in the desert. But the devil, el diablo, the devil, was tempting me with things. Then he tempted me with power to be the President of the United States, with control of the House of Representatives and control of the Senate. Total control, total power, a total mandate. But I managed to resist that temptation. But on day number 14, at the end of 2 weeks, there was a final temptation. He put a temptation of teaching the Spanish people English. Enseñar inglés a los españoles. And I couldn't resist that temptation. So I'm back. I'm here teaching you. Yeah, I was tempted. Women, no. Power, no. Money, no. Teaching English. So, ¿dónde has estado? Where have you been? I've been in the desert resisting temptations, except one. All right. Nunca he tratado con una persona como él. Nunca he tratado con una persona como él. I've never dealt with a person like him. To deal, dealt. Deal is tratar con personas. To deal. También es un trato, es un deal. It's a deal. To deal with people. I've never dealt with a person like him. He's very stubborn. He's very hard-headed. I've never dealt with a person like him. Nunca te he ocultado mis sentimientos, Marta. Nunca te he ocultado. I've never hidden my feelings from you. Fíjate como en inglés lo decimos. Nunca he ocultado mis sentimientos de ti. Okay. Porque de means alejo mis sentimientos, alejándolos de ti y los guardo aquí. That's from. I've never hidden my feelings from you. Charlie, you're hiding your feelings from me. What's the problem? Don't hide your feelings from me. Or Jenna, or Charlotte, don't hide your feelings from me. I'm your husband. What are you hiding from me? What are you hiding from me? I'm not hiding anything from you, darling. You've always hidden. Hide, hid, hidden. You've always hidden things from me. No, I haven't. I haven't. Yeah, but every time you lie to me, you touch your ear. Why is that? No, I don't lie to you. I've never lied to you. Then why do you keep touching your ear? I'm not touching. Well, no, I don't know. Yeah. Nunca te he ocultado nada, ¿no? Lo que dice, nunca te he ocultado mis sentimientos. I've never hidden my feelings from you. From you means se alejan de ti y vienen hacia mí. Por eso decimos from. No los ves porque se te han alejado. I've never hidden my feelings from you. Ha significado mucho para mí la situación. It's meant a lot to me. It's meant a lot to me. Yes. Así significa, it has meant. It has meant a lot to me. Significas mucho para mí, Carlota. Hey, Charlotte, you mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. No, I don't. You only want me for one thing. No, Charlotte, that's not true. You mean a lot to me, and you've always meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me now. And ever since I met you, and ever since we began going out together, you've meant a lot to me. And you will always mean a lot to me. O sea, siempre significaré mucho para ti. Y desde que me conociste, significó mucho para ti. Yeah. Ever since I met you, 40 years ago, you've meant a lot to me. And you still mean a lot to me. And you will always mean a lot to me. Yes. Yeah. That's why you're my wife, Charlotte. But it's interesting about Charlotte. Do you know, in the wedding, you know what happened, Marta? In the wedding? 40 years ago, with Charlotte, the priest, el cura, the priest says, Charlotte, do you take this man to be your lawful husband, to love and to obey, to adore in sickness and in health, in rich and poor, until death do you part? And Charlotte looked at the priest and said, could you repeat the question? Oh, okay. But I still love her. And so, Charlotte, you've always meant a lot to me. You've meant a lot to me. He's meant a lot to me. She's meant a lot to me. It's meant. Ha significado mucho para mí. It's meant a lot to me. All right. Okay, so, continuamos. Él se ha hecho muy irritable últimamente. Okay, irascible. He's become very irritable lately. Yeah. Marta's become a little irritable lately. Marta's become a little irritable lately, yeah. You've become a little irritable lately, yeah. She's become a little irritable. Irritable, irascible, oh no, irritable. A little irritable lately. All right. Where are we? Las ventas han subido mucho este año. Sales, or the sales, ambos valen. Sales have gone up a lot. Sales have risen a lot this year. Sales have increased, risen, gone up. See, they must go up. Sales have gone up a lot lately, but sales have risen a lot this year. Sales have risen a lot this year. Really? Yeah. How much have sales risen? Sales have risen 47% this year. 47%. Congratulations. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, that's impressive. I'm impressed. That's impressive. Sales have risen 47%. Yeah. Wow. Hey, by the way, has the sun risen today? Yeah. How many times has the sun risen today? The sun has only risen once today. Ah, yeah? Yeah. And yesterday? Yesterday what? How many times did the sun rise yesterday? It rose only once yesterday. Oh. And tomorrow? How many times do you think the sun will rise? Well, I'm pretty sure the sun will rise once tomorrow. Well, when was the last time the sun rose more than once? The sun has never risen more than once. Para practicar, por ejemplo, el verbo to rise, esta serie de preguntas y respuestas tontas sobre la salida del sol son muy eficaces. The sun has risen only once today. The sun didn't rise twice yesterday. It rose once. Didn't rise, rose. Didn't rise, rose. The sun didn't rise twice yesterday. It rose only once. Tomorrow the sun won't rise twice. It'll rise once. And the sun has never risen twice. It has always risen only once. The day the sun rises twice will be a strange day in the future. Okay, so las ventas han subido mucho este año. Sales have risen a lot this year. Sales have gone up a lot this year. Or sales have increased. Es lo más fácil para los hispanohablantes, pero siempre que digáis increased. ¿eh? This year, en este caso concreto. Nunca he trabajado, no, nunca he tirado algo importante, mentira. Nunca he tirado algo importante. I've never thrown away anything important. To throw away, I've never thrown away. I've never thrown away anything important. I've never thrown anything important away. Away puede ir al final si quieres. I've never thrown anything important away, which isn't true. I have the bad habit of throwing things away. And then sometimes I need to empty the wastebasket to find something I threw away. To throw away is tirar a la papelera o a la basura. To throw something away. Have you ever thrown away anything important? No? All right. Well, I have. How much time, Marta? Yes, how much time? Let's see. Translation list number 15 minutes. I thought was on this forever, but we still have a lot of time. I've lost track of time this time. All right. Okay, translation list, our famous book that I'm not planning to give away. But in any case, we are on page 192, I think. List number 29. List number 29. Creo que van a venderlo, eh? I think they're going to sell it. Excuse me? I think they're going to sell it. Really? Why are they going to sell it? I don't know. They just don't want it anymore. They're going to sell it because they don't want it anymore. Richard, no te entiendo nada. They are going to sell it. I think they're going to sell it. Why are they going to sell it? Well, I think they are going to sell it because they don't want it anymore. They're going to sell it because they don't want it anymore. They're going to sell it because they want to sell it. Van a venderlo porque quieren venderlo. Es por eso. That's why. They're going to sell it because they want to sell it. They're going to sell it because they want to sell it. That is why. Es por eso. Lo van a vender porque lo quieren vender. Por eso. So, they're going to sell it because they want to sell it. That's why. You want to know the reason? The reason's very simple. They're going to sell it because they want to sell it. That's why. Can you think of a better reason? Well, yeah, I can think of a better reason because they need money. Well, okay, they want to sell it because they need money. All right. Everything in life is determined. All right. So, they're going to, un nativo diría, 100% de las veces, they're going to sell it. They're going to sell it. They are going to sell it. Pero se dice, creo que lo van a vender. I think they're going to sell it. I think they're going to sell it. Gonna. Británicos, canadienses, australianos y hasta neozelandeses y jamaicanos. They're going to sell it. They're going to sell it. I think they're going to sell it. All right. Yo creí que lo iban a vender. Creía que iban a venderlo. I thought they were going to sell it. This is fantástico. I think they're going to sell it. I thought they were going to sell it. Practicar esto es hacer juegos malabares con lo importantísimo del idioma. I think they're going to sell it. I think they're going to. I thought they were going to. I think they're going to sell it. I thought they were going to sell it. But in the end, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, in the end, they didn't sell it. Why not? Well, because they had second thoughts. Tuvieron segundos pensamientos. Well, literally translated, yes. They had second thoughts. What does that mean? Se lo pensaron. Dijeron, pensándolo bien, quedémoslo. Okay. On second thought, los británicos dicen on second thoughts. En segundos they had second thoughts. It's interesting. To have second thoughts, simple plural, means pensarlo bien. But you say on second thought, los americanos decimos on second thought. No, pensándolo bien, sí, con patatas. Okay. Sí, el filete, no con pimiento, con patatas. Sí, pensándolo bien, sí, con patatas. On second thought, yes, with potatoes. But the British say on second thoughts. All right. However, La expresión pensárselo bien, o por segunda vez, we say to have second thoughts. The book is upside down. To have second thoughts. So, creo que van a venderlo. I think they're going to sell it. Creía que lo iban a vender. I thought they were going to sell it. Yo creía que venías. I never know in this case, Marta, if it's creí or creía. I think both. Creí que venías en coche. Creía que venías en coche. I thought you were coming by car. My God, she came by jetpack. I couldn't believe it this morning. You know, I was walking from my car to the office, and I saw a person flying through the air with smoke coming out, and she landed at the front door of this building, and it was Marta. What are you doing? I said, oh, he venido en jetpack. He venido en jetpack. Jetpack is when you have a backpack como mochila, parecía un macuto mochila. Es un cohete. So she came by jetpack this morning. And I said, pero Marta, yo creía que venías en coche. I thought, okay, ibas a venir. I thought you were coming by car. I thought you were coming. Yo creía que venías. Creí que venías en coche. Pero has venido en jetpack. I thought you were coming by car. I thought you were coming. I thought you were coming by car. She said, porque te lo dije anoche por teléfono. She said, I told you last night on the phone that I was coming by car. But I decided to change. Because my husband repaired the jetpack last night. I said, oh, darling, fantastic. Now the jetpack is working. We tested. And so she came by jetpack this morning. Yes. So she came here in only 10 minutes. It takes her 35 minutes to come by car. All right. Lo guardé para ti. I kept it for you. Or I saved it for you. Me gusta más saved. Cuando guardas algo para un posterior uso, is to save, como ahorrar. I saved it for you. I kept it for you. Well, both are correct. Lo guardé para ti, Marta. I kept it for Marta. I didn't keep it for you. I'm sorry. I kept it for her. I saved it for her. In this case, both. Save and keep. Keep es guardar en un sitio. To keep in your pocket, to keep under the table, to keep it in the drawer or in the cabinet. Pero lo guardas para un uso luego, pues posterior is to save. I'll save it for later. Lo guardaré para luego. Para más tarde. I'll save it for later. I'll keep it for later. Se entiende, está bien. Pues solemos decir save, casi siempre. I'll save it. I saved it for you. ¿Por qué quería él hacer eso? Why did he want to do that? He's crazy. Why did he want to do that? I don't know. But our good friend Charlie is not the most rational person on earth. So he did it. But why did he want to do that? ¿Por qué quería él hacer eso? Why did he want to do that? Why did he want to do that? Why did he want to do that? I have no idea. Why did he want to do that? Significaba mucho para mí. It meant a lot to me. But now it's over. It meant a lot to me. Yes. Now it's too late. Yeah, I didn't appreciate what I had. No aprecias lo que tienes hasta que no lo tengas. You don't appreciate what you have until you don't have it. Yeah. People don't realize. We take for granted. You take for granted. Dar por sentado las ciertas cosas. You go into the kitchen, turn on the cold water, hot water, good, strong water pressure. Cataratas de Niagara salen del grifo. Strong water pressure. And then they cut the water. And it's a crisis but we don't realize, Julio Verne, Jules Verne, he was a futuristic thinker. He wrote novels, about the future. If Jules Verne came today in a time machine and we showed him, come to the kitchen, Mr. Verne, Senor Verne, come to the kitchen, look, fill the cup with water, hot water, wow, it burns. Wow, yeah. Come to the bathroom, look at the shower. Wow. Las cataratas de Niagara, Niagara Falls, yeah. Yeah, but be careful, it's too hot. Now, just move it a little. Oh, now it's perfect. Perfect temperature. Simply running water, the way we enjoy running water today. Mr. Verne, Julio Verne, Señor Verne, would need tranquilizers to assimilate the type of material life we have today. Electricity. Of course, Jules Verne, I think, died in 1905, He died in the first decade of the 20th century. So he saw electric light, but he didn't see the magnitude of electric light. He never saw planes. He never saw bullet trains. He never saw the development of cars, automobiles, and the development of electronics, of course, computers, and these incredible, to assimilate things that we take for granted today. Mr. Verne, the futuristic novelist from France, from 19th century, would need tranquilizers to assimilate what we today take for granted. Lo que hoy en día damos por sentado, cosecha. Yes. All right, so, where are we? Lo guardé para ti. ¿Por qué quería hacer eso? Significaba mucho para mí. It meant a lot to me. La clase fue tan aburrida que me dormí. The class was so boring that I fell asleep. Have you ever fallen asleep in my class? Have you ever fallen asleep in front of the computer screen or in front of the television with me? I've fallen asleep in front of myself several times. I have. Many years ago, when I started in the year 2006, 2007, when I started doing television, later in the evening at home, at 11 o'clock or 11:30 at night, I turned to the channel and watched myself to check. And sometimes I fell asleep. Can you imagine falling asleep in front of yourself on television? But I was sleepy. So apparently I was not interesting enough for myself to keep me awake, all right? So I fell asleep. My wife said, "Te has dormido delante de ti mismo." You've fallen asleep in front of yourself. La clase fue tan aburrida que me dormí. The class was so boring, so boring. It was such a boring class. It was such a boring class. It was such a boring class. It was so boring that I fell asleep. I fell asleep, fell asleep, fell asleep. To fall asleep, I fell asleep. Every day I fall asleep. Yesterday I fell asleep. I've never fallen asleep in class. Mentira. Yes, once I fell asleep in class. No son tan listos como tú ellos. They're not as smart as you are. He mirado a ver si dice smart. They're not as smart as you are. They're not as clever as you are. Clever es listo como un zorro. Ese tipo de listeza que significa cierta astucia. Clever is neutral. It's neither positive, well, tirando a positivo. 55-45, positive. Clever. Clever means estás espabilado. Tienes chispa. Y listeza y cierta astucia no mala. It's clever. Smart es inteligencia natural. He's smart. He's smart. Intelligent is inteligencia adquirida académicamente, etc. Intelligence. Smart means luces tienes. You're smart. All right. You're smart. Shrewd, S-H-R, S-H-R, difícil de pronunciar. Shrewd, E-W-D, shrewd means astucia, no mala, pero cuidado con él o con ella. She's shrewd. That means it's very difficult. If you're going to negotiate with a shrewd person, be careful. Clever, pero eso es smart. No son tan listos como tú. They're not as smart as you are. You're smarter than they are. Smart. Britannicans in the smart. Smart. Smart in British English also means elegante. Whoa, you look smart today, eh? Huh? I look smart today. You look smart. You look smart today, eh? Okay, the smart. Smart ass, literalmente culo listo. Smart ass es listillo, no seas listillo, eh? Domina smart ass. Y suavizar, se dice smart aleck. Aleck es como Alejandro. Aleck, smart aleck. It's interesting because you soften things like me cachis en la mar y estas cosas. I mean, this is suavizando palabrotas and things. So when we do the same thing, so we say smart aleck, smart. So, no son tan listos como tú. They're not as smart as you are. Yes, they're not as smart. ¿De quién fue esa idea? Whose idea was that? Whose idea was that? What? The idea of doing, giving English classes on television. Well, that was my idea. It wasn't Marta's idea. Well, Marta has 100 ideas. Eh? She's an idea factory. But this was my idea. Whose idea was it? It was mine. See you in the next class.